Hello, this is Math 5. My name is Tiffany Cannon. I will be teaching you during this course. As much as I can, I'm going to be uploading these videos so that it can help you through some of the topics that you're going to be working on in this course. So please watch the videos. What I would suggest is that you print out the notes there on your Canvas shell in modules. Go to modules and you will see Unit 4, Unit 5, and each note for the day that I'm working on. So go ahead and do that. And hopefully it'll help you a little bit when it comes to learning some of these topics and objectives. And as opposed to Alex and you reading it for yourself, you'll have someone actually helping you and teaching you. I'm also available on Zoom. I have office hours there with a link to office hours. If you email me, we can schedule an appointment, especially during office hours. And sometimes even outside of office hours, I can, if I'm available, I will get on and help you. Remember, we're in this together. This type of environment is not for everybody, and I get that. So I want to do my best to help you so that you feel a little bit more comfortable, okay? So I did just want to introduce myself before we start in on the notes. Almost every other link is just going to have me just showing you how to do the objective for the day. And this is Unit 4, Day 1. So welcome, and let's get going. Okay, I'm going to switch my video over to the worksheet that we're going to be working on today. Kind of move away. Okay, so this is the worksheet that we're going to be working on today. It is Unit 4, Day 1 notes. These at the top, you'll see your objectives. I will be speaking about them probably every time just to make sure you understand these are what we're going to be working on. Many problems have multiple objectives in them, so it looks like a whole lot, but it's not too much. We're going to, I chunked it up so that it's little by little, day by day. Hopefully this will help you on your Canvas, on your Alex when you're working in Alex. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me, okay? So we're going to do the starred problems. We're going to be working on the starred problems, and the problems that are not starred that we don't work on is kind of practice. You can practice it. The key is also going to be uploaded. So if you practice it and get it correct, then you'll know by looking at the key, okay? So let's start off here where it says find the value of 15 plus b when b is 6. This is basically a substituting problem where you are going to, it's going to be 15 plus b in place of b. We're going to replace it with 6. Okay, so 15 plus 6 is 21. So our answer there is 21. Okay, and again, try this one on your own, same concept. All right, let's go here. Evaluate the expression when a equals 3, and then it says b equals 38, and it gives you the b minus 6a there. And let's go ahead and do that. So in place of b, we're going to put 38. So it's going to be 38 minus 6. And in place of a, you're going to put 3. I'm going to put it like that. Okay. So when I have two numbers next to each other, I didn't want to put it right next to it. It is multiplied. So I put it in parentheses, and that's how it's going to be in my calculator. Now, I did want to talk to you about the calculator for this course. This is the approved calculator for this course. Of course, it is a TI 30X2S. This calculator is super worth the $12 that you spend for it. I got it from Walmart. I'm sure you can get it from Target. This is a great calculator, and it's approved for the course. You can use it on the test. You can use it all the way up to pre-calculus. So it is very well worth the $12 that you spend on it. You will get your money's worth. The investment is very well worth it, and I can show you a lot of tips and tricks on this calculator, especially since it's approved for this course. It's one of the only ones that, it is the only one that's approved for the course. So please make sure you purchase it. You can use it all the way up to pre-calculus, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and throw that in my calculator, 38 minus 6, and then I'm going to put the parentheses, and then the other parentheses, and push enter. And it looks just like this. And my answer is 20. Okay. So 20 is my answer there for that problem. Let's move on to this one. It's a starred one. And this is a plus sign. Sorry, I had to look. Plus sign, C plus 4D. In place of C, we're going to put 9. 9 plus 4. And then in D, we're putting 7. Okay. Same situation. Pretty simple. Pretty straightforward. 9 plus 4 and then parentheses 7 like that. Oh, that was a little weird. Okay. 9 plus 4 and then parentheses 7 like this. Okay. Go ahead and push enter. Your answer is 37 there. So 37 is my answer. Okay. So the next here, find the value of, it looks like A divided by 5. Okay. A divided by 5 there. You're going to do the same situation where you're replacing or substituting 40 for A. So this is going to be 40 divided by 5. All right. So that will give you the answer that you need. So 40 divided by 5 is 8. So that's why we got that. All right, so let's move on to the next problem. 3x equals 45. We're actually here, if you check out the directions, it says solve for x. So this is an equation. 3x equals 45. I'm going to, I usually, if I am solving equations and I see an equal sign, I'll put a line here, knowing that if something happens on this side, we got to do the same thing on this side. Okay. So in this case, when it says solve for x, you're getting x by itself. That is your purpose there. And understanding your purpose is important with solving equations. And they get very, very nasty and long and drawn out. But this is the very, very beginning. But just make sure that you understand what your purpose is every time, and hopefully it will help you guide your way. So in this case, if I want x by itself, this is 3 times x. In order to get rid of 3, because 1x by itself, I'm going to have to do the opposite of what's going on here. If it's multiplied, I have to divide by that number to get rid of it. But if I divide on this side, I have to divide on this side as well. Okay? That 3 cancels out. X is going to be equal to 45 divided by 3. If you don't know that off the top of your head, go ahead and put it in your calculator. And your answer is 15. Don't feel ashamed to use your calculator. Use your calculator as much as you want, or if you can use it as a tool to help you, please let it help you, okay? I don't care if you do 3 times 7, as long as you get the correct answer and you can use the tool, please let it help you, okay? So in this case, remember, solve for x, we're getting x by itself. It has -1 here. In order to get rid of that -1, I have to do the opposite, add 1. And if I add 1 here, I have to add 1 there. Okay, I'm getting rid of it. So now the x comes down and it's by itself. 6 plus 1 is 7. X is equal to 7. When x is by itself, you have solved for x. Okay, when x is alone on the side on the side of the equal, you have done what you needed to do. You have solved for that number. Okay. All right, so let's look at the next problem. We have 22 equals y over 5 plus 15. Okay, and again, remember what your purpose is. It says solve for y here. Kind of hard to read, but it does say solve for y there. Let me turn off this light, see if that helps. Not really. Okay, so we're going to solve for y in this case. Now, if you see something either attached to the y next to it or at the bottom right here, like it's divided, we're going to do that part last. So this number we're going to get rid of first. So every time you see, I'm going to turn this off because a lot of times that light causes a glare. A lot of time you are going to see this a lot. We're going to get rid of this number. You're going to start getting used to that first, and then whatever's attached to it, we'll get rid of that last. Okay? So in order to get rid of that 15, let's subtract it from both sides. Okay? So 22 minus 15 becomes 7. And then we're just going to bring y over 5 down. Now, remember what's happening here? What's happening here with y over 5 is y divided by 5, okay? Y divided by 5. In order to get rid of the 5, because we want y by itself, we have to basically whatever opposite, okay? So in this case, the opposite was minus because it was a positive. This one, we're dividing, so your opposite is multiplying. So if I multiply 5 here, I have to multiply 5 on the other side as well, okay? So now, those 5 cancel out. Y is going to be equal to 5 times 7, which is 35. Okay. So that's how we got our answer, and we know that the answer is right. Because we know that it's done because the y is by itself. So whenever the variable or the letter is by itself, then you are finished. All right, so let's read the problem here. Hopefully we get this. This isn't too difficult, but we'll see. All right, it says Scott bought 16 packs of cola. And if you can't see and it's hard to read, remember, have one printed out for yourself so you're kind of doing it with me. And then it'll hopefully make it easier for you to read it on your own. But Scott bought 16 packs of cola. Each pack has 8 cans. He drank 9 of the cans. How many cans are left? So if he has 16 packs of cola, each pack has 8 cans. So 16 times 8 will give you how many colas he has in all, okay? So I'll just throw that in my calculator, 16 times 8. Get my answer, 128 is my answer there. So 128, so he has basically 128 colas altogether. All right, but it says he drank 9 of them. So I'm going to subtract 9 from that. So if I put 128 minus 9, I get 119. So basically, how many cans are left? 119 cans are left. All right, there you go. He's thirsty. All right, so now we have Chris has 417 bees, okay? And Josh has 216 bees. How many fewer bees does Josh have? That one's straightforward. 417 minus 216, okay? And again, don't feel ashamed. 417 minus 216 is 201. So 201 bees. That's how many more, that's how many fewer bees Josh has, okay? Then he has 201 less bees. Got it? All right, so now we're on the very last page of this these notes for this day. And we're going to do all 3 of these problems on this last page. For the first one, it says a pet store has 3 tanks of fish. So it has 3 tanks of fish, we know that. Each tank has the same number of fish, okay? The store has 12 fish total. How many fish are in each tank? If you have 12 total fish, okay, and it has 3 tanks of fish, so we can divide that however many fish you have by how many tanks there are. That's 3. Then you're going to get 12 divided by 3, which is 4. So there are basically 4 fish in each tank, okay? 4 fish in each tank. All right, let's go to the next one. Linda went to a store and bought 4 items. Each item cost the same. She spent $12. So in total, she spent $12, okay? Each item cost the same, so that each cost $4. She bought 4 items, actually. And if she spent $12 and bought 4 items, if I divide the 2, I get 3. Basically, each of them cost $3. Okay? How are you getting that? All right, and the very last one, it basically wants you to compare numbers, and it definitely wants you, basically you're just having to understand what the less than, greater than, or equal to is. On Alex, I'm sure this part goes pretty quickly. Basically, how I would explain it, and I would explain it when I taught this in high school. I've been teaching mathematics for 14 years. like, I would say like this is like a mouth and it opens towards the bigger number. Okay, and equal, of course, you know, equal is equal. So opens towards the bigger number. Here, the bigger number is 33. This is actually less than. Okay, bigger numbers here is the open towards the bigger number, that's greater than. Bigger numbers here, less than. Bigger numbers here, greater than. Okay? All right, so that is our notes for today.